have sickness and died. Does this in any way mean that covering is not important? No. Paul said, when I leave you, he said, grievous works shall come. So there is a place of spiritual covering. But I'm telling you, God did not excuse intimacy for covering. You must know God for yourself. Otherwise, you are a joker. And the day battles come, that's when you discover that only those who have testimonies talk on the altar. The ones who don't have testimonies, they condole with them and say it is well, God will help you. If you don't want to be part of those who will be condoled with, better go and seek God for yourself. There is a journey that everyone must embark with God. He said Enoch walked with God and was not. Enoch walked. Your name must be written that you too walked with God. This nonsense of pursuing mantles and having no walk with God, be careful. Again, there is a place for mantles. There's a place for impartation. That's why it began by teaching you. Even Paul taught it in Hebrews chapter 6 verse 3 and 4. The place of the laying on of hands. But if you don't have a walk with God and you keep deceiving yourself, pursuing mantles, people will travel, go and stay somewhere for 3 months to see a prophet, to see an apostle. But they are at home 1 year. They have not gone to stay with God. And there's a delusion about mantle, about impartation, and many will not seek God. If you live your Christianity in that shallow realm, you will suffer. You will suffer. Go and ask everybody making impact. Although they respect the place of covering, but every level in their journey, they will tell you, God told me. God told me. God told me. God told me. Once in a while, a covering can be a system of intervention. But the journey is about God told me. The journey is about God met me. The journey is about I walked with God. That's what will take you to your inheritance. This is why prayer becomes personal. Nobody can pray for another person. Once in a while, God can use a man or a system to intervene. But the journey of life is one that you must make for yourself. Jesus was speaking in Luke 22 verse 41. He says, Simon, Simon, Satan desires to have you to sift you as wheat. He said, but I've prayed for you that your faith faileth not. He said, when thou art recovered, strengthen thy brethren. That's the place of covering. That's the place of intervention. Paul said, when I leave you, grievous wolves shall come to make disciples after themselves. But you see, a day came when Peter had to pray for himself. A day came when Peter had to learn to walk with God. Because the journey of life is intimacy based. It's not covering based. Covering is only an interventive system of advantage. But if it stops you from having a walk with God, you were deceived. Prayer, system of intimacy. That's where you access the secrets of God. Sir, can I tell you something? You are very poor if you have no secret with God. No matter the name you have, no matter what you have in your account, your wealth is the secret that you have with God. Abraham never judged his wealth by cattle. Isaac never judged his wealth by cattle. Jacob never judged his wealth by cattle. All of those things were byproducts. You know what this man did? When they want to die, they transfer their heritage with God to their children. The Bible said Abraham gave gifts to the sons of Keturah, but he said to Isaac he gave the promise. He had something with God. When Isaac was about to die, he said, get for me a savory venison. I will eat and my soul will bless you. And he laid hands on his son and transferred an inheritance. And Jacob, when he was about to die, he said, gather around me, you sons of Jacob. I will tell you the things that will befall you. It was there he made Judah a king. He said, the scepter will not depart from Judah until Shiloh comes. What do you have? You are bragging on money that governments of nations put value on. You are bragging on titles that systems put value on. I am manager. I am chairman. What happens if that bank goes down tomorrow? If that company goes down tomorrow, who are you? Everyone must walk with God until he becomes a custodian. And when you walk with the consciousness that you have something in God. That's the sign that you have paid the price of prayer. Because God can commit something to you as a custodian.